Hello all. Good evening for most of you folks because everybody are in the Eastern time zone. Welcome for the webinar on SAFE. So before I start, let me give a small intro about myself. Okay, my name is Jay Krishna Chinyan Rasyam. I know it is pretty long, so you can call me as Jay. I have close to 2 decades of IT experience. I have worked in almost all the domains, starting from healthcare, banking, okay, retail, travel hospitality, and right now I'm in the telecom industry. And started my career as a mainframe developer. I don't know how many of you worked in mainframes. I am a hardcore mainframe developer for close to around say 8+ years, and have been in this training industry for close to 11+ years, taking trainings on PMP. Then I slowly moved into the Agile part of it, and I am associated with the Simpliaxis, and I have covered more than maybe 500+ people trained in SAFE. And one more thing is, I am a SAFE exam developer. So not many of the trainers have that credential. So this is a small background about who am I. And so in this session, we're going to discuss about what are all the benefits of Agile, and in that Agile, what are the frameworks are there, okay, and why we want to learn SAFE, and what are the benefits of SAFE, and we will deep dive more on the what are the certifications which SAFE provides, and which certification will be best for which role, and who are the intended audience who can attend that particular certification. We will cover that in length, and we will start. Hope you all can see my screen, that which has the agile the economics. So first we want to understand why we want to go agile, right? Because I am an old timer. So 2 decades ago, we were fully into waterfall, right? So waterfall those days, okay, what all we know is there'll be a project manager or somewhere in the top, they will say, this is the plan, guys, go and do, right? When I was a software engineer, I never had an opportunity go and voice, hey, what is this then? Can we achieve? No. Someone will say, hey, Jay, do this development on, this is the start date, this is the end date, get it done. That's all, period. So we have to work and we have to do all those stuff. Right? But here it is all in the complete different millennium period, all are changed. So what majorly got changed, or what was the major change from waterfall to the agile? In waterfall, it was like the water that like the word says waterfall, it like the step by step, right? So assume we have a 1-year project, okay? So they'll a manager, without knowing okay major scope what is, they have a very fancy MPP, right? Do you all know what is MPP? In the Microsoft project plan, they have a super very neat the requirement start date, the end date, design start, design end, build start, build end, testing start, all fancy dates, all written on top. They will never change that, okay? And we have to work day and night and do that. So it will be a waterfall model. So if we get the requirements, assume we have a from January to mid of February, there will be a requirements period. There will be a business analyst who will talk to the business, gather the requirements. He will nicely write a big hefty document called business requirements document. After that has been, again it will be sent to the business. They get a sign off, stamp as the BRD is approved. Then it comes to the design phase. Then we'll have the dev leads and architects. They write 2 big documents, high level design document, then a low level the low level design document. They take at least two months. So most probably only at the end of March or the mid of April, we will be given the low level design document to start our development. And our developers, they get energetic and they start their development, and they take till July end or August, and they'll do unit testing integration. Only in the month of mostly around maybe October end, November, that is when we will call, hey business, come on, whatever you gave the requirements on January, now it's all ready. You can start testing. So they till this maybe a 10-month period, they'll be completely in dark. They will falsely assume you are exactly doing what they give. Okay. In my little of 2 decades of experience, I can give you in writing, it never was a happy UAT. Always we are be in the firefighting mode. No, I asked this, I thought this, I assume this. There'll be most of back and forth discussion, and they'll say this they want to change. So all fiasco, okay, all blast fire, all the fireworks will start during that November December period. Okay, that is what with my little experience of 2 decades I seen. Okay, so that is what waterfall. Now, okay, the entire industry, I would say, in my currently period, and I have been worked in all the major the Fortune 500 or Fortune 10 companies in USA. All of them are using only agile methodology. Either one of methodology, agile methodology. Why is that? Okay, because at this juncture, we have both the business and the development team working together. Whatever the requirement is given to them, okay, within 2 weeks, they are able to see the working software. Either not, even though some deploy in production, I know one of my pillars, they deploy in production, and some of the pillars, they have a monthly release, but at least some demo, even the stage, will be given every 2 weeks dot without any doubt. That is happening in the major companies which I know. Which means the business is able, they are not waiting for a 10-month period. They are seeing the working software at least in the stage environment in every 2 weeks. That is a major shift which happened from the waterfall to the agile. Because of that, what is happening, we are able to get the faster feedback. Okay, and even though the business would have told they want this in the upcoming month, based on the current market industry trends, they can change the scope, and we welcome the scope, welcome the change, because slowly we are moving towards from the project mindset to the product mindset. When you come to one of my courses, I will deep dive what is the benefit and why we are changing. But since talking more at a very high level, this is the change happening, already happened in the industry. So one good thing in the agile is that we get faster feedback compared to waterfall. We wait in a we are keeping them in the dark. They assume we are doing exactly what they want, but now business is working with along with the team, so we can get faster feedback. So that of course there'll be a change or a defect, because we are not robots. We are humans, are in working software. So software is bound to have defects, that everybody know. Okay, business leadership, everybody know. When you develop a software, it is bound to have defects, bound to make some small changes, and we can observe if you have a shorter feedback cycle. Okay, that the next thing which I want to cover over here is, okay, so now we understood what is the benefit and why we are moving from waterfall to agile in a two crispy slides. Okay, so okay, when you go to agile, what are the frameworks are in agile? Because predominantly people, maybe they got hardwired. Scrum means agile. Agile means only Scrum. No. Okay, that's what I want to make it very clear to you all, that Scrum is one of the agile framework. Okay, like I say, if you want to think agile is a big umbrella. Under that umbrella, all these frameworks will come into it. Like you see here, Scrum, Kanban, okay, Spotify, list is there, and then the safe, what we're going to learn. One thing, disciplined agile is not a framework, it is a toolkit. Okay, if you go to disciplined, when you undergo training, they'll say go and do safe, go and do Scrum, go and do waterfall, because it is not a framework, It is a toolkit which will tell you which framework to use. Now we're talking about the frameworks which will benefit you. Okay, so there are multiple frameworks over here. Okay, what is the key difference? Okay, and all these framework use the same best practices in all the frameworks. The time boxing, have stories, epics, daily stand-up, frequent demos, all will be applicable in almost all the framework. Okay, Jay, then okay, what is the difference, Jay? What is the difference between the Scrum and the Safe? Scrum is designed to be effective only for one team. Okay, if you say I am implementing Scrum for a program, no, you are not, because Scrum is not designed to scale at a program. It means for only for one team, Scrum can be implemented. If you have two teams, then it means you are okay getting the feedback from both teams individually, and you are okay managing like the project manager, not like a Scrum Master, because Scrum as a framework is not designed for multiple teams. Only for one team, Scrum is very powerful. If you are going to implement a framework for a program, okay, the framework which is designed is only Safe. Safe you cannot implement for a single team. Safe is designed for a program at the lowest level. Okay, that is a key difference which we all want to understand, and that is why right now the Safe is being much more okay applied and welcomed at the leadership. Okay, because Safe can start from the program level and go to the portfolio, solution, enterprise, to the bigger from the big portfolio or the enterprise. Safe can be implemented, and the framework gives a view for the portfolio manager to have the proper view. It is not they have to come up with their own ways to address or see or get the updates. The framework itself is designed in a way where the portfolio manager can get a proper view without any their own customization. The framework is designed in the way. Another beauty of it is no framework as of today in the market has these three contemporary knowledges. What is that? Agile framework, Agile best practice, which is we have in Safe, we have Scrum best practice, we have Kanban best practice, we have extreme programming. All the three frameworks best practice has been implied in the Safe. Second, the lean methodology, the lean product development concepts is also implied in Safe, and mainly the DevOps concepts is also implied in the Safe framework, which is not in any of the framework what we have in the market does not have all these three implied together in one framework. That is why Safe is being more welcomed at the leadership level. If you have seen in most of the companies, Scrum will be from the bottom top. Okay, from the bottom we'll say, hey guys, we are making okay Scrum management. We need your buy-in. Here it is the exactly inverse. The management is trying to push Safe to all their teams, and the management is here we're getting the buy-in from the management, and we are getting to start implementing Safe by their directors to their team members. Okay, that is why we can be very sure compared to the waterfall or the other agile frameworks. Why Safe is having this matrix? Because we get buy-in from the top management. We don't want to go and convince the management, hey, this is what is meant by the agile. Okay, we cannot take this work in this sprint. We have to prioritize. So all these, instead of you going and educating the management is already being educated, because Safe is having a annual summit, and in that annual summit all the key companies, and we have a good marketing from Safe where we already marketed. I don't want to call names. There are two major banking concerns in USA are enforcing Safe, because I was one of the account managers for that particular company. And the current company where I work for, the largest telecom industry, they are influencing from their president level that this is what is the working model, go and do. Because at the big enterprise level, the safe transformation is being happening. And what is the benefit of it? The benefit is, right, in the framework itself, we have the breathing time designed over that. No framework has that. We have a sprint dedicated for innovation and planning iteration over that, which is dedicated 2 weeks only for team to sit, take all the spillovers, work over there. There is no planned effort in that sprint. And we have planned for the road shop. Suppose if you're working on a MongoDB, right? We have MongoDB team members come to the team and they have a road workshop with it. What are all the benefits which we have in MongoDB, which you do not know? How you can improve your way of working, how you can consume. Suppose you are working on the Azure, so we call the Azure team, Microsoft, they come and give a workshop for you. And if you have another working on the AWS, we call AWS folks to get and come and give a workshop. Means the team gets their skill level and they get more acquainted on the latest trends. And so this kind of a breathing time is nowhere designed in any other frameworks. These are the benefits which we have. And more importantly, in SAFe we have a bigger picture. We have the thing called PI planning, because I also was a delivery manager before. How we treat or how we give the team the picture. They don't have any idea why we are doing what we are doing, what is the roadmap. We don't have any clue. Nobody will be having any clue of what is the picture, why we are doing this, and what is going to come for there in the next quarter or in the next month. Wherein in SAFe, there's a terminology called PA planning, wherein all the 125 plus people who are in the ART, we call as a group of team members, we call as a ART, Agile Release Train. Everyone will have to be attending that call. Every single individual who are part of that call, ART, they have to be attending. And there they'll be given a big picture, because both the, if you want to give an example, in a coin, can you see both the sides of a coin? No, you can see either only head or tail. But big room meeting, what you can say, you can visualize it as if you are seeing both the coins, side of the coin at the same time. That is the picture I can give you. Both the business stakeholder who signs your invoice, who signs the contract, that person, and the developer. In between, everybody will be there. The developer will say exactly what are all the concerns he has to the business owner, and the business owner will say what is his vision for this quarter. So the developer will know his small piece of work, how it is impacting the business, and the business person will know exactly his vision, how much difficult or how they are translating, what are the nuances, what are the dependencies, what are the concerns that the team has, whether they can have it, whether they can trim the scope or remove the scope, or they can delay the scope, how to create the scope, all will be discussed in that one meeting. So that are the benefits which I will say at a high level. So now we'll stop taking more of a time. I want to cover more on what are the certifications we have in SAFe and which will be benefiting to you, and what the Simpliaxis is going to help you, and what kind of benefits and what kind of discounts which we can give. I'll give you one blanket discount which I was empowered to tell in this meeting, right? If you attend the Simpliaxis training, if you can give the code called webinar 10, this code, you will get a 10% flat discount for the any of the SAFe trainings what we take. Now if you see what are the certifications we have close to 12 certifications we have. Starting, the leading SAFe is predominantly is for the change agent, because when I take trainings, right, I see the college fresher, okay, just drop out and maybe a couple of years experience, they come and attend the leading safe. Okay, that time I say, boss, this is not meant for you. Okay, then who is meant for leading safe? Leading safe is predominantly is meant for the change agents. It means what? Who can influence the business to understand or to guide. Suppose the team is having some difficulty, right? Suppose if the management is not able to understand what is meant by safe, this person who mainly the senior managers or directors are recommended to understand or to undergo this course, which is called the leading safe. Implementing safe is more for the agile coach who are coming up with the transformational. Maybe if you are in a industry for more than or if you are well versed in safe, if you already know what is safe and you are well versed in safe, then it is for you, who will be coming up with the safe implementation roadmap, and where you can go and talk to your leadership and say, this is what how we are going to implement safe in the new account. That person will be required for implementing safe. Safe product owner, product manager. This is the foundational course for people who are aspiring to be a business analyst, or in the current role of business analyst, or current role of playing a product owner, or if you want to change jobs, or if you are aspiring for a job which is having a product owner role, then that person is required to undergo this POPM course, because in this course 70% we will cover for the product owner responsibilities, what a product owner will be doing. The remaining 20% we will tell what are all the responsibilities of the product manager, because you will be working with the product manager. So you should know what are all the PM responsibilities. So how you will be helping the PM in coming up with the roadmap. That is what we will be teaching in this POPM course. So predominantly the audience will be the person who are aspiring for a PO, or who are currently in the business analyst role and aspiring for a PM or the PO role, and people who are already a PO. If you want to get certified, or if you want to looking for a job market where they are asking for a PO, if you have this certificate, you will be called, or you will be prioritized for an interview. Okay, that is the best bet for you for a PO and PM course. Scrum Master, it is very evident. Who are all aspiring for a Scrum Master? Again, it is a foundation course. If you are aspiring, or if you are already playing a Scrum Master role, if you want to get certified, Scrum Master is the best bet for you. Next is LPM. Suppose if you are managing more on the money aspect, okay, handling the budgets, handling the portfolio, okay, allocating funding, allocating projects, okay, this project, this is a fund, this is a cost, okay, which cost center, okay, more on a portfolio level. If you are not on the delivery, okay, because I take this LPM course as well. The people who are in the delivery, they come and attend, because they will not playing the portfolio manager role. Portfolio is more on the budgetary mindset, okay, because you will be allocated for a budget, or say you will be working between the delivery team, the directors. So where you will be in the middle, where you will be managing the funding, managing the allocation of the funding between the projects, and where you will be tracking the funding of the each projects, and which project has to be funded, which has to be on hold, on changing the priorities. That if you are playing in that role, or if you aspire to play the or suppose if you are delivery manager and if you want to play the LPM role, right, then this LPM course, it is best bit for you, because where this is a 3-day course where I'll be teaching you how we can effectively manage the portfolio. Okay, how because the traditional portfolio managers, they have full control, and they will not, and that is the bottleneck where we will be held responsible. Okay, we will be accountable to give the direction for a team to move forward. Okay, Here in lean portfolio, one of the key benefits I will teach you in the classes, how we can decentralize, how we can have a lean PMO setup, which we can do so that you are not being a bottleneck, and how you can get the push notification instead of a pull notification. Because most of the time, the portfolio managers, they will be need to pull the updates from the team, right? So what is the framework which I can teach you, which will be more helpful for you to come up with the push notification, wherein the team pushes the updates to you, which will help you to streamline and make a better decision on the budgetary aspect, which you can update to your directors and senior vice presidents, how they can handle the quarterly or annual budgets for the CXOs levels. Okay, that is if you are playing and you want to have better understanding, you can be going for the LPM course. I'll be happy to help you over that. Okay, and next is the safe for teams. This is for, suppose you are a technical person. Okay, you are not a Scrum Master, you are not a PO, you are purely a technical person, right? For that person, safe for teams, it's called a safe practitioner. Is the certificate what you will get. The course is safe for teams, because right now every project which we are working, it is in the Agile methodology, right? So for if you want to be in an Agile team, right, even though you are a developer, you are a tester, but you are part of the Agile team, you should know what is the framework, what is meant by backlog, what is meant by what all ceremonies are there, how do participate in ceremony, what are all the responsibilities you have, what is the power you have. Okay, because most of the time in the waterfall, you will not have any responsibility or any say. You'll be asked, hey, do this, and you'll do it. You will not able to voice out and say why I should do. This is what the time I require. All you should know what is your role in your team, right? So if you want to know that, and you also will be educated, I will teach you how to participate in these ceremonies and how to be a better team member. Okay, so that as a team you can succeed. If you want to know in that language or in that perspective, because a developer or tester, if you want to know that, then Safe for Teams is the best course for you. And these are in the other framework, they have only Scrum Master or PO. That's all. They don't have any other flavor, because here we have multi other flavors. Because here, as you were saying, it is at a program level, right? So it means what? Multiple teams will be working. So for each team, we will be having a Scrum Master. So multiple teams, who will manage the multiple teams? That person is called the release train engineer. Maybe in the traditional way, the project managers we can assume as a Scrum Masters. Program managers are right now, we can suppose if you are a program manager, or you want to be a program manager where you manage multiple teams in the SAFe framework, then RTE is the best course for you, because the RTE is the person who will be responsible for the Agile release train. Okay, because if you envision a train, a physical train which has multiple compartments, each compartment you can think as a Scrum team, as a one team. So multiple compartments form a train, and that train, who will be running the train? Okay, that is called the release train engineer, who will be managing all the teams. And you have the, so if you want to, if you are playing a Scrum Master role, if you're playing a program manager role, or if you're aspiring to be a program manager in the SAFe framework, then Agile release train is the best course for you, which I can take it for you. Next is, suppose you are you are already playing a Scrum Master role, and if you want to be a senior Scrum Master, or you want to get a better pay, or okay, you want to go to the next level as a senior person, right? Advanced Scrum Master is the next course in the SAFe path. Okay, we also have courses for the other streams which we don't have in the any other framework. Suppose you are part of the release management team, okay, because wherein you work only on the DevOps, right? since SAFE is being implied at a enterprise level, okay, the team members, they have a SAFE for team, SAFE practitioner, Scrum Master, POPM, right? For the DevOps person, what certification they have? That is where I told we have dedicated a certification for the SAFE DevOps practitioner course. And architects, we have a SAFE architect course. How we have to manage the technical debts, how we have to communicate, how we have to collaborate with the product management team to come up with the architectural runway, wherein these tech debts are also implied within the program backlog. And the Agile Product Manager is the certification course, which is designed if you want to be a product manager. Because right now there are many companies, they have a role called product manager. Product owner is there, product manager is there. So the product manager is more at the person who will define the roadmap, define the solution roadmap, define the program roadmap, and define the vision and mission for that particular the product, right? So if you want to be that, suppose if you're already playing a PO role, and if you want to scale up your career path, and then if you want to get into a product manager role, and for that interviews, if you have this certification, that will be very helpful for you. Next is, again, if you are working on the government projects, you also have a course for SAFE for government. And if you are working for, again, so now we told for the developers, right, and team, general team members. Suppose if you are on the testing team, right, how to ensure quality, right? We have separate course called Agile Software Engineering, where we focus more on the test-driven development, the behavior-driven development, the V-shaped model, where we shift all towards the right. Okay, so that is what we focus more on, the built-in quality aspects, how to ensure quality is built in. You, for that, what I will recommend is you to undergo the RTE certificate, because if you are able to see my screen. SAFE is designed to start with the program, not for a project, right? So we have teams, okay, multiple teams, they report to a RTE, and this is called as a program. In the waterfall model, here we call as a ART, Agile Release Train, which will be owned or it's not owned, who RT will be responsible for managing the entire ART, okay, multiple teams. Then we have the large solution, which is where you will fit in. Okay, you have, okay, a program with multiple teams, and you have, okay, small teams as well, right? So all you have to put into one thing, that is called as a solution train. Okay, we do not have a separate certification for a ST, because our ST will do the same role as a RT, where you have multiple trains together. Okay, so when you undergo the RT training, I will be able to coach or give a framework or a path how you can implement your teams all aligned into one way, how the teams are self-organized, and say how frequently, how they'll be updating you to the RTE, where you get a one view from all the team members. Okay, for you, I would recommend RTE will be the best, because you are still in the delivery. Okay, and so there again there are two streams, Francis. One is the delivery stream, where you will be articulating, yes, the timelines. Yes, this is the timeline I will be able to achieve. Okay, the timelines, that's under the delivery aspect. If you are on the track, RTE is your the course what I would recommend. There's a different set of people who will be again working with the leadership, right, on the budget cost per se. This is the cost which is associated for this particular project, and this will be handled by this particular team members, and the delivery manager, senior delivery, they'll be handling here, and the budgets will be handled with a different thing. Okay, there'll be not a bigger chunk, there'll be a small group who will be handling the budgets and the portfolio, those, if you want to be that person or you are in that particular stream, then lean portfolio manager will be the best bet. Because in why I'm saying is they are actually two different roles, but in some companies, if they are mixing, I am not responsible for that, because as per the process, both are separate different streams. If you go for a matured process defined enterprises or companies, there you can see two different roles for this. Delivery will be a separate stream, separate people. The people who manage the budget, they will be called as a separate people, right? And in some companies, there can be one person doing both. I am not talking about that. Okay, if the tools are both, or if you want to take, you can take both LPM course and the RT course, where you have the both sides of the fence, and you can manage whichever wherever you go, you will know both sides of that things as well. But RTE will be focusing more on streamlining, gathering all the delivery aspects, all the teams together, unified in a streamlined fashion, get their updates in a streamlined way, so you can update your leadership. Lean portfolio manager will be more on the budgetary point of view. How are we allocating? How we are going to prioritize? Which project will go first, next? Which can be put on hold? Okay, what is consumed? What is left over? Okay, how many CRs? Okay, which cost center we have to go and discuss, debate, fight, and get the funding? Which director will be funding? All those debates, that will be the lean portfolio manager. That's the LPM course.